Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the latest Wednesday afternoon matinee. It's a bit of a different format this week because it's Armistice Day. We thought we'd do a remembrance special. So there's not going to be any canned laughter or canned applause this week, and all the songs are going to reflect on the futility and the horror of war. Just hope that you guys get as much out of listening and watching this as we did in performing it. We'll carry on. Thank you.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide, the darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide, when other helpers fail and comforts flee. Help of the helpless soul, abide with me. Hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes, shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's vain shadows flee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me.
Left. If you want to see the general, I know where he is. I know where he is. I know where he is. If you want to see the general, I know where he is. He's pinning another medal on his chest. I saw him, pinning another medal on his chest. I saw him, pinning another medal on his chest. If you want to see the colonel, I know where he is. I know where he is. I know where he is. If you want to see the colonel, I know where he is. He's drinking all the company rum. I saw him, drinking all the company rum. I saw him, drinking all the company rum. If you want to see the sergeant, I know where he is. I know where he is. I know where he is. If you want to see the sergeant, I know where he is. He's waiting by the cookhouse door. I saw him, waiting by the cookhouse door. I saw him, waiting by the cookhouse door. If you want to see the private, I know where he is. I know where he is. I know where he is. If you want to see the private, I know where he is. He's hanging on the old barbed wire. I saw him, hanging on the old barbed wire. I saw him, hanging on the old barbed wire.
Thank you. That was Abide With Me, sung by Bernadette. And we went into Hanging on the Old Barbed Wire, which was from the stage draw and film Oh, What a Lovely War. That was the massed Trouble at Mill marching band singing that one. Right, we're going to carry on now with an Eric Bogle song, First World War, Willie McBride. Purists will know this as No Man's Land, but if you're a Furies fan, you'll know it as The Green Fields of France.
How do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while 'neath the warm summer sun? I've been working all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. I hope you died well and I hope you died clean, or young Willie McBride was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? And did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1916, in some faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed in forever behind the glass pane of an old photograph, torn and battered and stained and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The sun now it shines o'er the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under the clouds. There's no gas, no barbed wire, no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Now young Willie McBride, I can't help wondering why do all those who lie here know why they died? And did they believe when they answered the calls? Did they really believe that this war would end wars? Well, And the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying was all done in vain. For young Willie McBride it all happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest?
Another Eric Bogle song for you now. This tells of the horrors when the Anzac forces from Australia and New Zealand landed in Turkey during the First World War, and the band played Waltzing Matilda.
When I was a young man I carried my pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915 the country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, there's work to be done. And they gave me a tin hat, and they gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as our ship pulled away from the quay. And amidst all the cheers, flag waving and tears, we sailed off to Gallipoli. How well I remember that terrible day, how the blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that town that they called Suvla Bay we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready, he primed himself well, he chased us with bullets, he rained us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat he'd blown us all to hell, nearly blew us right back to Australia. But the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, then we started all over again. Now those that were left, well, we tried to survive in a mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, but around me the corpses piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I awoke in my hospital bed, I saw what it had done and I wished I was dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. For I'll go no more waltzing Matilda all around the green bush far and near. For to hump tent and pegs a man needs both legs, no more waltzing Matilda for me. So they collected the cripples, the wounded, the maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind, the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place my legs used to be, and thank Christ there was no one there waiting for me to grieve and to mourn and to pity. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway. but nobody cheered. They just stood there and stared and turned all their faces away. And now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass before me. And I watch my old comrades, how proudly they march, renewing old dreams of past glory. And the old men march slowly, all bent, stiff and sore, the tired old men from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band played Waltzing Matilda, and the old men answered to the call. But year after year their numbers get fewer. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And their ghosts may be heard as you pass by the billabong. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me?
This song tells the frustration of some of the soldiers, the fact that their comrades were making the ultimate sacrifice but were still being taken for granted by some of the aristocracy.
We are the D-Day Dodgers out in Italy, always on the vino, always on the spree. 8th Army scroungers on their tanks. We live in Rome among the Yanks. We are the D-Day Dodgers in sunny Italy. We landed at Salerno, a holiday with pay. The Jerrys brought the bands out to greet us on the way. Showed us the sights and made us tea. We all had girls and the beer was free. We are the D-Day Dodgers in sunny Italy. Naples and Casino were taken in our stride. We never came to fight there, we just went for the ride. Anjou and Sangro, they're just names. We only went to look for dames. We are the D-Day Dodgers in sunny Italy. Dear Lady Astor, you think you know a lot. You're standing on your platform and talking Tommy Rot. You're England's sweetheart and her pride. We think your gob's too bloody wide. That's from your D-Day Dodgers in sunny Italy. Look around the mountain in the mud and rain. See the scattered crosses, some that have no name. Heartbreak and toil and suffering gone. The boys beneath them slumber on. They are the D-Day Dodgers who stayed in Italy. They are the D-Day Dodgers who stayed in Italy.
A Tom Paxton song for you now. I'm not sure whether when Tom wrote this he was thinking about Vietnam or Korea, but I always imagine the MASH hospital, you know, that we saw the TV series, but I think actually he was referring to Vietnam. Tells of two comrades, both in a field hospital in adjacent beds, and they're talking to each other. I remember John Denby singing this song on his show and it made my mum cry. Jimmy Newman. Get up, Jimmy Newman, the morning has come. The engines are rumbling and the coffee's all brewed. Get up, Jimmy Newman, there's work to be done. And why do you lie there still sleeping? There's a waiting line forming to use the latrine, and the sun is just opening the skies. The breakfast they're serving just has to be seen, and you've only to open your eyes. Get up, Jimmy Newman, my radio's on. The news is all bad, but it's good for a laugh. The tent flap is loose and the peg must be gone. And why do you lie there still sleeping? Oh, the night nurse is gone and the sexy one's here, and she tells us such beautiful lies. Her uniform's tight on her marvellous rear, and you've only to open your eyes. Get up, Jimmy Newman, you're missing the fun. They're loading us next, Jim, it's time to go home. It's over for us, there's no more to be done. And why do you lie there still sleeping? Oh, it's stateside for us, Jim, the folks may not know, and we'll let it be such a surprise. They're loading us next, Jim, we're ready to go, and you've only to open your eyes. Get up, Jimmy Newman, they won't take my word. I said you sleep hard, but they're shaking their heads. Get up, Jimmy Newman, and show them you heard. Oh, Jimmy, just show them you're sleeping. Oh, a joke is a joke, but there's nothing to gain. Jim, I'd slap you, but I'm too weak to rise. Get up, damn it, Jimmy, you're missing the plane, and you've only to open your eyes. Oh my God, Jimmy, open your eyes.
Keep the tissues out for this next one. It's a story of the family that were left behind. A lady called Penny Evans, who loses her husband in the war. My name is Penny Evans and my age is 21. I'm a widow from the war that was fought in Vietnam. I have 2 baby daughters, I do the best I can. They say the war is over, but for me it's just begun. I remember I was 17 when I first met my Bill, and his father's grand piano would play old Heart and Soul. I only knew the left-hand part, he knew the right so well. He's the only boy I've slept with, and the only one I will. Well, first we had a baby girl, and we had 2 good years. And when the call-up notice came, we parted without tears. It was 9 months from our last goodbye, our second child appears. Then 10 months and a telegram confirming all our fears. Once a month I get a check from some army bureaucrats, and as every month I tear it up, I mail the damn thing back. Do you think that makes it alright? Do you think I'd fall for that? You can keep your bloody money. I just want my Billy back. I never cared for politics, speeches I don't understand. Likewise, I take no charity from any living man. But tonight there's 50,000 gone in that unhappy land, and 50,000 heart and souls being played with just one hand. My name is Penny Evans and my age is 21. I'm a widow from the war that was fought in Vietnam. I have 2 baby daughters, thank God I have no sons. They say the war is over, but for me it's just begun.
One written by Graham regarding a more recent conflict. I think you may have heard it before. A Lancashire hero.
We remember a Lancashire hero, and we've all raised a glass in his name. Now he lies neath the clay of a land far away, and a single red rose marks his grave. It was not for his queen or his country, not for his loved ones back home. It was all about oil on some Middle East soil. We remember a Lancashire hero. Young Daniel McCoy was a likeable boy, Lancashire through to the core. He couldn't get a trade, so he joined the brigade with the promise of adventure in store. He did 20 weeks basic training, where he learned how to march, shoot and kill. Then with pack on his back, he was shipped to Iraq, a peacekeeping role to fulfill. We remember a Lancashire hero, and we'll all raise a glass in his name. Now he lies neath the clay of a land far away, and a single red rose marks his grave. It was not for his queen or his country, not for his loved ones back home. It was all about oil on some Middle East soil. We remember a Lancashire hero. Now Basra's no place for a Lancashire face, all alone and with nowhere to hide. There's no one to trust midst the sand and the dust stirred up by the riots outside. He picked up his young wounded comrade from the vehicle's burning front seat. Then leaving his gun, he started to run to the opposite side of the street. We remember a Lancashire hero, and we'll all raise a glass in his name. Now he lies neath the clay of a land far away, and a single red rose marks his grave. It was not for his queen or his country, not for his loved ones back home. It was all about oil on some Middle East soil. We remember a Lancashire hero. He protected his friend right up to the end, but the odds against him, they were stacked. He took one in the neck, then two in the chest, and one in the small of the back. He was glad when the fighting was over, as he slowly fell down to the ground. And just for that last breath, in between life and death, he was back in his Lancashire town, where we remember our Lancashire hero. And we've all raised a glass in his name, though he lies 'neath the clay of a land far away. There's a single red rose marks his grave. It was not for his queen or his country, not for his loved ones back home. It was all about oil on some Middle East soil. We remember a Lancashire hero. We remember a Lancashire hero.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, if enjoy is the right word. We'll see you next week. But we're going to finish off now with what we both consider to be the best ever anti-war song. It's Pete Seeger's Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Tells us the futility of war and how it just keeps happening over and over and over again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Please join in with the chorus and sing loudly.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Married young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? They are all in uniform. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
graveyard's gone. Long time passing, where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago, where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they